Thanks for coming round. We'll make you laugh before you go. Welcome to the Merman. Welcome to the show.
I'll do it today.
Not a good day for me. Let's see if you got the juice today. Hey! Someone's been practicing. Look at that. Hey, I had a dream
I
about
haven't practiced
this.
at all.
Really?
No.
Oh.
When do you think I'm practicing this?
Sometimes you
Do you think I
practice.
call up Louise and I'm like, hey, can I come by?
No. Sometimes you practice stuff without realizing you're practicing stuff. It's like paint the fence, wax the floor. You don't realize you're actually
Talking about.
Maybe you've been doing.
I forget that we have these until I show up here, and I'm like, oh, fucking conks. Gonna blow these things.
I'm just saying there's other things you could be doing in your life that, like the breast support was impressive. Have you been trying to get into shape lately? Because that was really good.
I stopped eating sugar. I told you, I've been trying to lose weight. I started at 297, whatever. I'm at 285.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's easy when you're that fat because as soon as you stop eating sugar and a little bit of exercise, you immediately lose weight.
I'm down to 245 and holding steady, and I feel great. And it's not as easy for me because I wasn't as fat and as out of shape. So it's like you said.
Oh, nice backhanded compliment. I thought you were going to be supportive, but the first week I felt terrible.
That's because you're breaking those habits of the sugar.
No, the sugar was, I went to like Trader Joe's and I just got veggies and like I was doing green drinks and it's like just cooking chicken and salmon. I have matcha. But the first week, like there was like 3 or 4 days where I felt fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm going through like sugar withdrawals.
Totally.
Yeah.
When I did the Whole30 a couple of years ago, I did it more than once, but that's the whole idea is you break your addictions to caffeine, to sugar, to all that stuff. You're not even, you're supposed to eat just whole foods, fruits, vegetables,
That's what I was doing.
meats. Yeah.
Yeah, my body was like, no.
Yeah, for the first few days, I was the same way. I was like, no. You would get headaches because you'd be craving it, and you would like shake like a crack addict.
Yeah, I had headaches and all this other shit, which I've been having anyway. So I just thought it was like more of that, but it's probably just that. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. We had this mailman in my neighborhood,
Yeah.
and
Every neighborhood has one.
Yep.
Yep.
And my dog loved him because he would always pet her and give her attention, right? But otherwise, she hates that kind of situation. Like Amazon people, she would rip their dicks off if she could, right?
Yeah.
So
Racial thing, probably.
he was, well, no. They come in all different shapes and sizes.
That's not a racial thing. But
So then we had an African-American woman who became our mailman. And
a woman, a
What's that?
person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Can't be too careful.
my dog did not like her because she wasn't the other dude, right? And probably also racial stuff, like you said. So, my dog hated her, right? And then, Forrest.
Wow.
Is this a Cuban calling us?
No, it's Lisa Creo.
okay.
Sorry about that. Put that out of her.
It's all right.
God damn it, Lisa. Yeah. Anyway.
So, so that mail lady started bringing her a treat every day. So she'd bring her a treat. So then my dog loved that lady, right? And it literally was like a crack addict. It was like every day around 10 a.m., my dog's like, what if she comes and I'm not outside? Open the door. I gotta go outside. I think I hear a car. What if it's her? I'm not gonna get my treat today, you know? Like, it was unreal how addicted my dog was to getting these treats every day.
Yeah.
And then we got a new mail lady who was also an African-American lady. And my dog hated that woman because she, first of all, was afraid of dogs.
Why did you bring race into this?
Because you said you did.
Yeah,
you said
you didn't have to.
But you did, and I just thought that was relevant, so then I started saying it. You tricked me into being racist.
No. I think this is treatist.
All right. Cut the racist.
You want to start over?
A nondescript woman
Okay.
became our mail lady after that, and she had like a fear of dogs. And then my dog just hated her because she didn't bring her the treat anymore. But
Yeah, it had more to do with treats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think you're missing treats?
I am. Yeah. No, I'm not. Once you stop, I'm OCD with everything. So once I stop, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Let me tell you what I discovered last week, because I was with the guys on the last weekend of Sober October. And although I did not do Sober October, I was enjoying the opportunity to get in shape since I wasn't drinking every day on tour. So I was with them for the last weekend. I didn't want to be the guy who comes in like drinking alone and making it hard for them to finish the month strong and everything. So I was like, yeah, I don't have to drink this week. No big deal. So I was drinking Mocktails.
Matcha?
Nope.
Oh.
It was like a LaCroix and like a, what do they call them? Ollipops. These new things that are like carbonated water, sort of. So this has like maybe 30. Olipop.
What is that?
It's like flavored. It's basically like LaCroix, but it's more carbonated. So it's got like 30 calories instead of 0 calories.
What's the point of doing what you were doing?
Maybe the pageantry of putting.
Was it an umbrella?
Putting glass and ice and then pouring two different things together to make something new and then consuming it and then walking around hearing the ice.
Do you think pageantry is the right word?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it is. Out of it.
Yeah, okay, but go. Yeah, keep going.
Just the habit of having something in your hand and you know. It's I don't know. It worked. I really enjoyed it. I got addicted to mocktails.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone's ready to go to bed. I'm like, one more mocktail, guys. And then I was super hydrated. I had to get them pee all night.
Yeah. A lot of like maybe caffeine in it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, there's a drug.
Yeah, I don't really like caffeine.
Okay. Anyways, let's not get too off course. So you voted today.
I did.
Did everyone vote? This is coming out next week, so the elections are over.
But this is recorded on Election Day, guys. Super Tuesday, they call it.
I don't think they call this Super Tuesday.
Oh, no? Is that just the
Super
presidential
Tuesday
one?
is during the primaries for the presidential election, and it's when there's a lot of states all at once that...
Oh, this is just above average Tuesday.
This is midterm elections.
Okay.
I guess you didn't watch The West Wing ever.
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, it's a good show. You should watch it.
Not big into politics shows.
You don't have to be. It's like, it's a good show.
Everyone tells me that I should go into politics. I get that a lot.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be in the politics show to be, because you enjoy talking to strangers.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Huh?
You seem to actually genuinely enjoy talking to strangers, which is all it takes.
I like solving people's problems, too.
Well, then you just need to be on Channel 6 News.
Just a
at
public
6
servant.
o'clock news and be like, have like some catchy, Dave Does It. That's what it'd be like. On this edition of Dave Does It, he comes out there and he's like, this woman had trouble getting a refund at Bed Bath & Beyond. She tried 10 times. And in this edition of Dave Does It, and then you go out there and you
I'd be so good at that.
dress down in a manager. And then she's like, thank you, Dave.
No,
Got my money back.
I would take the Coach Dave approach. I'd be like, can I speak to the manager, please? Yeah. Oh, he's at lunch right now? We'll wait. It's fine. Yeah. And then I'd be like,
you'd have a TV crew. You don't have to wait. They'd know who Dave Does It.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt his lunch.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, Robert, how's it going, man? I'm Dave from Dave's Does It.
Dave Does
Listen, man, I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding because I know you guys are a great company and you want to do right by your customers, but she's having a hard time getting her money back. And is there just a way that we could everyone could win here? And you know what? I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff to make up for the money you're gonna. I just think that I'm a good arbitrator. I think a lot of things in life, a lot of misunderstandings are from ego or from pride. Yeah. And I think that if you can try to get what you want without the other person losing face, then they're willing to help you out.
Yeah. Plus the pageantry.
Pageantry is huge.
You know what you could do? You would solve people's problems and you'd make them a mocktail that was representative of the situation.
Guys, let's talk this out over a mocktail.
Today's mocktail.
It's the same as always. I got a lollipop and a LaCroix.
Olipop. I don't even know what it is, but that's what you said. So.
Man, you remember putting Jolly Ranchers in Zimas when we were in high school?
So who'd you vote for?
Who'd I what?
Who'd you vote for?
Oh, well, it doesn't matter who I voted for. I think what really mattered is that I accidentally wore a red hat with white letters.
Oh, wow. Is this what you wore to vote?
Oh, my God.
You wore this to vote?
Yeah.
You went to a polling station. I voted 2 weeks ago. They mail it to me. I vote. I put it in one of those mailing things. Yeah. I walk my dog. I put it in the slot. I'm done 2 weeks ago.
Well, it probably would have been better if I went to the actual voting station because then they'd be able to read my hat and see that it says barbecue is life and is not political at all.
Wait, did people yell at you?
No, but I went to the drop box where there was in front of the polling station where there was just people everywhere walking. And so I got a lot of looks and I'm like, why are people looking at me? It's like, oh, because they think I'm here like making a scene, you know?
Yeah.
And you drive a big Jeep too, don't you?
Well, a regular sized Jeep Wrangler, yes.
That reminds me.
Is that a political statement?
I don't know. I feel like MAGA.
I mean, I think my mustache kind of fits the role of being someone who's like,
you look MAGA, yeah, but
I'm here to make sure there's no tomfoolery in these votes. I'm gonna be watching you guys put this in the box.
That reminds me, like during COVID, I went to the bank and I had a safety deposit box. It was like after my mom passed away, and she had like some stuff that like some jewelry and some things. I didn't know what to do, so I got a safety deposit box and put it in there. And I was waiting to get into the safety deposit box area. It was me and Orlando, and was like standing against like the wall, and there was a long line of people with masks and whatever just over there. And I had a red hat on, but it didn't say anything on it. It was just like a red hat, and I had a shirt that said Triumph Motorcycles on it, you know? Yeah. And this guy just goes in line. He goes, "Hey, yeah," like that. Starts yelling in the bank, like what?
Trump Triumph.
I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I support him. I did good stuff. I like the shirt." I go, "Oh, it's Triumph Motorcycles." He goes, "Oh, okay. Either way,
yeah,
I support Trump." Like then he starts yelling, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, you're in L.A. Hey. Like relax." But also, I was like, "This is not Trump." Like it was like,
I support your right to support either side of the aisle, whoever you want, whatever. I don't shit on anybody, but I would say that I think it's ridiculous if you wear political t-shirts or hats.
Well, you did.
Not on purpose.
That's a Trump barbecue hat.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And whatever the shirt is, what the fuck is that?
This is from one of the minor league ballparks we performed at. This is the, I think it's the Amarillo Sod Poodles.
Yeah.
So they gave us this swag.
Looks racist. So you voted, and did you vote for the amendments?
Some of them. I ran out of time, so I ran for the one. Oh, the amendments mostly because you could read and figure out what. Basically, I voted yes on all the gambling.
You want gambling?
Yeah.
Okay.
More gambling.
Did you even know what they mean?
Yeah, that it's more gambling.
That's okay. You sure?
Something about Native Americans.
Yeah.
Sports book. Mm-hmm. And probably something to do with like the apps on your phone where you don't have to be there to vote. I think there was something about that.
Okay, as long as you know what you voted for.
Yeah, I voted for governor.
Yeah.
I voted for, the main one was my local city council and school board because actually.
Mayor. There was a mayor.
Oh shit, was there mayor? No. Oh yeah, but not mayor of my little town.
Mayor of LA.
Mayor of LA, yeah. I might have forgot that one.
You're in LA County.
Yeah.
It was Caruso and Bass.
I can't remember. I did it late last night.
David Caruso.
I was a few mocktails in when I filled out my ballot.
He was running. Yow.
David Caruso?
No, I think his name's, I don't remember his name. It's something Caruso.
CSI Miami.
And Karen Bass. And he just turned, Caruso was a Republican until 6 months ago, and then he just turned Democrat. It's a fishy one. He's like, hey, I'm a Democrat now.
Watch this, guys. Let me throw out a little sheep's clothing real quick.
You know why he's fishy too? He spent $100 million of his own money to become mayor, and I'm like, that just seems suspect right away. Like, so I don't know about that, but
yeah,
anyways, hopefully you guys voted. We'll see what happens. I'm sure there won't be anything online or on Twitter about it at all. Sure.
One of the positions I Googled, it was like, so-and-so raised $400 million, and it was like, this guy's got $800,000. I was like, that's an interesting fact to lead with.
I don't know what that means.
It's just meaning like that's what they raised to campaign with.
Who do you like in El Segundo?
You want me to name names?
Yeah, no one even knows. El Segundo, by the way, is where Dave lives. And if you're listening to this podcast, a lot of people don't even know outside of a Tribe Called Quest song. I don't think people know El Segundo is an actual city.
Well, I am on their notable residence page in Wikipedia.
Exactly. So it's not a very well known city. So, but it's a cool city. It's a little tiny enclave.
It's awesome.
The pageantry is amazing.
A lot of pageantry, actually. The show Parks
and beachside town, but it's also bordered by LAX, the airport.
Yeah.
A refinery,
Chevron refinery,
and
a heavy industrial area,
and Flights bar and grill where you can see comedy on Tuesday nights,
and a water treatment plant.
I like it there. It's cool. It's cool.
No, I love it. I love it.
That's where Dave lives. Who's the next mayor?
I don't think the mayor is up for election.
It's the board.
It's the city council, which
Didn't you tell me that Parks and Rec?
So the show Parks and Rec is based on the Parks and Rec department in El Segundo. It's like every week they're just like, we should have a fair.
Yeah, you told me that one time.
Yeah. And there was a dude named Ron Swanson who lived in town, worked for Parks and Rec.
Actual Ron Swanson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lived there for like 30 years or something.
Did Nick Offerman follow him around, shadow him?
I don't know. But I'm sure there were some TV writers who lived in El Segundo. There's a lot of industry people that live around town.
Yeah.
And
it's a cool neighborhood. And what's interesting, I only knew your neighborhood, which is a nice neighborhood. But if you go across Main Street or whatever and you go towards the beach, holy shit. There's some houses in there. There's there's some fancy pants in there.
Oh yeah.
It's
even
some money over there.
Even like an entry level house, with one bathroom, is like $1.2 million. You know.
No, but I looked at a house just to go rent over there, and I was like, "Oh, this looks nice." And they were like, "You get $6,000 a month." I was like, "No, I did not have that. So I'm not good."
No,
That's
we're lucky because we rented our house when it seemed expensive at the time, but compared to what you have to pay now, it's very reasonable. And they've just raised our rent very minimally from year to year, you know? So we're still pretty on the low end of the spectrum for what rent will cost there. And, we've outgrown our house a little bit. Yeah, I would like a newer, nicer house. But I just keep building stuff in the yard. I built that TV wall, the fire pit area, and a big shed in the back.
When you move.
Well, we'll see.
Second quarter.
Did you win Powerball?
No.
That was
I forgot to buy tickets.
That was the $2 billion one. Did you win it, Luis?
Nope, but I actually went last night on the way back from Tijuana. I bought 10 numbers, and my mom's the one that picked me up from Tijuana.
Tijuana?
Yeah.
Tijuana.
Is that how we're supposed to say it?
Is that the authentic way of saying
Everyone
it?
says Tijuana. Like there's an A in the beginning.
There's not.
There isn't. You're right. It's just Tijuana. Or people say TJ.
Yeah.
Did
you
go
like
down?
TJ, or is that just a white people way to say it? I've seen a lot of Mexican people say TJ.
Thea Max.
Did you go down there to buy chiclets?
No, you were in Mexico City, right?
Yeah, I was there for a week.
So why do you go to Mexico City and then Tijuana and then cross?
Well, no, I actually.
It's where the border
That
is.
sounds suspect.
No, I just. This is where. Fuck. Don't even mention my name on this podcast.
Cut this out. Cut this out.
Keep it.
We don't need the feds on our butt.
Yeah, and I just took way too long to buy my ticket. So by the time I needed to buy it, it was like $900 from LAX. So I was like, nah, fuck that. Drove to Tijuana, paid $300.
That was a hack?
Yeah, no, it's super cheap to fly to Tijuana to Mexico because it's a domestic flight at that point, And it's like a close enough drive.
Mex hack.
Mex hack.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did it for
It's
that.
for LA listeners.
You wanna save some money? It's a good joke.
Yeah. Anyway, on the way back, we bought some Powerball tickets. My mom's the one that picked me up.
And you won.
No, we did not. But my mom did hand me $6 in quarters to buy her 3 numbers. So I had to walk in there and just dropped it on the counter. Like, I need 6 numbers.
Oh, you know what the move is? You just pocket that and be like, Mom, you didn't win.
But now I just
Another
got a
hack.
I got a jingly ass pocket full of quarters.
Hey, is there a Mexican lottery?
Not that I know of, but they do have little. I guess it's almost a casino game, but it looks like a toy inside a lot of just convenience stores in Mexico. And there's actual people that throw in quarters, and you could win the jackpot.
Wait, what happens?
There's just a little tiny machine that looks like it's an arcade game, but
Okay.
it's an actual gambling machine that you could win whatever.
In a
pays.
gas
Is it just a gambling machine?
Yeah, they have them in.
You push a-
Gambling Mahina?
You push a button and it either says win or lose. I lost.
No, you lose. It just goes.
Lose. Win.
It's the thing you drop the quarter in the water and you're like, didn't work. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
You gotta get on the platform.
It goes.
Oh, fuck. Well, somebody won in LA.
We need to find out who they are before it comes public. Befriend them.
They said that if you won the $2 billion after taxes, you take home $989 million.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Everyone in the world would take that.
If you won that money, would you still do this podcast with me?
No. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have showed up today.
Why?
Why? I would have called you and said, Dave, Luis, I'm giving you $10 million each.
Okay.
To enjoy life. I'm moving.
We could do this podcast on a yacht.
I'm not doing any more podcasts.
So you're doing this just for the potential money?
Yeah.
Seems like a long shot.
Well, right now I'm just doing it to pass the time.
Yeah. That's the one I'm looking
If
for.
I won 900, after taxes, $990 million. I would give a lot of it away to friends, people that I was close with, and then I would give a lot to charity, and then I would like put a bunch in investment shit, and then I would figure out where I'm gonna live.
Would you put my kids through college?
I'm gonna give you $10 million. You do what you need to do with that. That could put your kids through college.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
What college are they going to?
I don't know. Depends how much money you leave them.
That's plenty. $10 million. You can put them both through college, and then you and your wife could buy a house and chill. You're done.
I think we talked about this in a previous episode, but
I have a list. I'd have a list of about 30 people that I'll give money to. I think that I'm pretty close with, and then I'm gonna give a bunch of charity, and then I'll fuck her, and then you won't ever see me again.
What? So, but
I'll have a party once a year.
You don't have any kids or immediate family.
Nope.
So
I do. I have an aunt that I'm close with.
So you're gonna leave your aunt all your money if something happens to you?
That's who I have right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's listening, she might not know that, but yeah. But you know, I don't have tons of money.
Yeah, but you got something.
I got a little nug.
Yeah.
Nothing big. Got these headphones. But yeah, no. What are you scheming over there right now?
Nothing.
And if my aunt's not around, all the money right now that I have, which is not a lot of money, is there's 3 separate charities that it goes to.
Am I one of them?
No, it's like
Dave's
St. Jude's. There's an animal one, and then the rest, and there's an environmental one. The environmental one is fuck. Why can't I remember the name? It's fucking. Why can I not remember the name? It's the lawyer one. There's the way you give to environmental lawyers. I can't remember the fucking name right now.
I mean, it could be cool, man. That
good stuff. It's in my will. I have a will. Yeah.
I mean, those animals are never gonna utter your name.
I used to have a joke. It's like, what do you do when you have nobody to leave, nothing to leave, and nobody to leave it to? And it's like, yeah, well, there you go.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool. Like, my kids are very talkative, and they'd probably be like, "Oh yeah."
I don't. Right now, if I died,
Uncle Forrest.
I don't have enough money to put your kids through college.
Uncle Forrest bought my books in college. Such a kind man.
I'll give him this conch shell back. How about that?
Deal.
I didn't win the Powerball, so I didn't even play the Powerball, so couldn't even have won it.
I think someone in Florida won $2 million. So good for you guys.
Hey.
If you know them.
No, I don't know any. I don't know who won. Yeah.
Between Florida and California, there's a chance we know someone who won some money last night.
Oh.
There's a chance, but probably we don't. Somebody right now in LA is very happy.
I think I would have.
There's 2 people that are happy. Whoever at the store. I think they get.
They get a percentage if they.
Yeah, I forget what the percentage is.
I don't know what the percentage is, but it says they got a $10,000 bonus. So
the store?
Yeah.
The fuck out of here, 10,000. That's got to be more than that. Let's see, store bonus Powerball. They got to get a percentage, I think.
Dave does
it. Bonus.
That's a new podcast, Luis. Let's do it.
California, what does it say? Store bonus. Lottery. Wow, you guys got to talk while I'm looking this up.
Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to see what the results are.
Here it goes. Bonus blast, California State Lottery. It doesn't say. It's a percentage. You know why? Because the corner store in the house I used to live in, the guy sold like a scratch off that was $1 million, and he got a percentage. But I don't remember what it was.
Call him.
Yeah. Gabe.
Give him our new number. What's our number so people can call us, Luis?
Are we supposed to announce it now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we got a new number for you guys to leave voicemails or texts.
This can't backfire at all.
If you do want to call that, it is 347-MERVERT or 347-637-8378. That's
MERVERT. Here, Luis, me and Forrest will record a message for the number. Is that cool? Can we record like an old school answering machine?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Forrest, you ready? Let's do this on the fly.
No. Okay.
All right, here we go. Hey, you've reached comedian Dave Williamson.
And also comedian Forrest Shaw.
Who are the hosts of the Mermen podcast. This is our new phone number. You can
347-MERVERT. I guess I know that.
They just called. Got it. Yeah. You can leave comments,
concerns,
or just overall
The
questions you'd like to us discuss on the podcast.
Killing it.
Yep.
Yeah. Just whatever you want. You can leave a message. They know how to do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I like it. Just put that up.
Yeah, we got it. I think we crushed it. Do you remember what a mervert is?
Our fans.
Yeah, but like in general, what it means, it's like people that are into mermen,
Willie.
mermaids. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah, there's guys who are into the mermaid.
well, guys, women,
Yeah, people.
women, men, people,
Nondescript people who are
They,
into the
thems,
mermaid culture.
hers, things. Not even mermaids.
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 Now,
I don't know what the percentage is.
they're
but
our fans.
If they only get 10 grand for selling a $2 billion ticket, they can fuck off. They should get like, I think it's like 1%,
Okay. I mean, all
which
it
is good for $2 billion.
Yeah, you just did your job. You just sold the ticket and you got a little kickback. It's not bad.
You're constantly selling tickets for them. You should get something.
Yeah, but that's not the way the world works. I think I would have really.
What do you mean that's not the way it works? You just asked me to pay your kids' education.
That's different.
Tell them to get better at sports.
Pretty good at sports.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, to get an athletic scholarship, you mean?
I
thought you meant you'd put them through college if they were better at sports.
I tell you what they got to be doing. They're doing the wrong sports.
Yeah.
Well, water polo maybe. They got to do fringe sports.
Yeah.
You got to do fringe sports and be better. You know who's doing the right sport is John Wynn's kid.
Fencing
Fencing. John Wynn's daughter's doing fencing.
plus half Asian.
Yeah, well, that's it. Okay, but fencing, if she continues to fence and gets good at it, scholarship, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water polo's
Asian,
water polo. You got to be really elite to get a scholarship in most schools, but also the Ivy Leagues. If you want to go that route, most of them don't have scholarships to give athletically. It's all academic. And if you really want a scholarship in a sport like water polo, you need to be a lefty female. That's who gets the scholarships.
Okay, well, all our listeners out there, if you have a
Dropping knowledge.
daughter that's a lefty.
Dave does it.
Yeah, Dave doesn't. Anyways, we'll find out who the winner. And now you probably want to find out who the winner is. If you contact the lawyer as soon as you win, they're like, do not tell that you're the winner.
Third quarter.
I think I would flourish in the barter system. If we didn't have all this, like,
They have that. There was a show where a person would start with a paperclip and then they'd try to get like a
oh yeah, that was a good show. What was
car.
that called?
probably like barter up,
No, that was
trade up,
the one I'm thinking of.
get it going.
Get it Tuesdays at 9. Get it going.
Look at this.
No, I don't. Maybe it's a different show I'm thinking of. But they took a millionaire and they said, "We're giving you $100 and a beat up pickup truck and dropping you somewhere in the world that you are unfamiliar with, and you have 30 days to make $1 million." And so this guy got dropped in the middle of nowhere, and he had to just take jobs to get he took a job at the hotel so he can get free lodging. He negotiated because in the winter in the middle of some small town somewhere, and he went to small business center, had meetings set up and he just networked his way into getting investors and
$1 million in a month he got?
he was trying to raise $1 million in a month, and the guy did it, pretty sure, or came close. He basically got to the point where he made all these relationships in town, and then he got someone to invest in a brewery, and so they opened up their brewery, and then on the 30th day he had a business. What would you call it? Someone who
Patentry?
yes, no, who
Lollipop?
no, puts a value on something. Appraiser.
Yeah.
Come in and then say this business is worth, $1.2 million, and he goes, put it on the market. So
Why can't we do that?
You can. You just gotta take chances.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Speaking of millionaires and stuff, are you on Twitter?
I am. Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
I hate social media.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm really good at it. That's probably the I'm certified, verified on Twitter. And Elon.
Wait, congrats.
Yeah, I've been for a while. When I was on the Jim Jeffries show, they got it done for me. I didn't do anything for it.
Cool.
But Elon Musk bought Twitter for like $44 billion,
Yeah.
which he got fleeced on that.
Good
show.
deal.
I don't think so.
Pretty good at the barter system.
And people are upset that he bought Twitter now because, I don't know if you know, he's going to try and make people
free speech, bro.
No, he's going to try and make people pay for the check mark.
$8 a month.
$8 a month, which is such an arbitrary, weird number.
Yeah.
Are you on Twitter, Luis?
Yep.
You are?
Yep.
Do you use it a lot?
That's where I get my news from, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's all I use it for, is I just go on
it's
there
good
to
for
see
like
what's
sports,
going on.
Yeah, sports highlights.
What's trending.
Because it's immediately on there.
Yeah.
I don't like to post a lot of shit. I'll just retweet shit, or if people tag me in something, I'll put it on there. But I hate it, and I want to get rid of it. And I feel like this is the opportunity to get off Twitter and like feel like I'm like doing the right thing. So what do you think?
Take a stand.
Well, I'm not really taking a stand, but I'll pretend that I am. Like, yeah, fuck Elon Musk. He's a piece of shit, and then delete.
Well,
what do you guys think?
Is your problem with
us.
Is your problem with him specifically, or is it with the decisions he's making with the platform?
I can't stand his face. First of all, if I didn't know anything about him, I just saw his face, couldn't stand it. But it's like Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback for Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, he's beautiful.
He looks like some form of snapping turtle. He's just, if you don't know who Trevor Lawrence is, if you're not in sports, put in Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars.
He looks like if a seahorse became a man.
He looks like if a Jim Henson Muppet creation became a real person, and not a good one.
He looks like if one of the creatures from Avatar,
yeah,
was pretending to be a human.
Yeah. Like no, you know what he looks like? He looks like if like you know when they're like we fed 10,000 hours of music to AI and it created a song, but if they just fed 10,000 hours of like what or 10,000 pictures of a human and they're like create a human and they're like you didn't quite get it right.
He looks like a prince in the first like Pixar real action movie.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah,
he doesn't look good. Is what we're trying to say.
I think he's gorgeous.
Elon Musk do you know what I also don't like about him is he thinks he tries to be funny all the time, and it's like, no.
It's bad jokes.
God, they're bad. Even when he bought Twitter, did you see he brought the sink in?
That was a good joke.
No, it wasn't.
That was pretty good.
God, I wish I won the Powerball so I didn't have to show up for this podcast.
The guy he bought a company for $44 gazillion, and he walks in with a sink for no reason, just so he could post, "Let that sink in."
Terrible. First of all, I know how much that sink had to weigh about 40, 50 pounds. So as soon as he had to walk from wherever he had that sink, he immediately was like, "Oh God, this is heavy." Yeah,
Make sure you get this on the first take.
I don't do any labor ever. He's like, "Fuck." He's like walking out like, "Hey, what can I put this down?" He's looking around like, "We're gonna put the sink down." He's like,
it makes me so happy that he was sitting in his office and he knew he had to go over there later in the day, and he's looking at his like lackeys and he's going, "I got it."
It's like such a
this is gonna crush.
But he's he comes from this family, I guess they're emerald miners or some shit in South Africa. So already comes from borderline slave owners or slavery. Then he claims that he did all this shit like Tesla, PayPal, this shit, but he didn't do any of that shit. He fucking just like on the backs of accomplishments of other people. Which again, whatever. He did what he did. He made the money. He is where he is. So whatever. But I just don't like his smuggy swarminess, And he just kind of like jumps from thing to thing. When someone doesn't let him do something, like LA with the boring project, he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go somewhere else." And Texas is much better than California because they let him do whatever the fuck he wants. And it's just like, shut the fuck up, bro. Just because some place is letting you do something doesn't mean it's better. It's just like classic rich boy fucking thing where it's like, so now what they're doing in fucking Texas, because Texas doesn't give a fuck. It just happens to be being built in my aunt's backyard. And she can see this whole thing being built. The boring company, they're building these tunnels underneath the Colorado River, by the way, which there's no regulation going on in Texas. And, who knows? It could collapse in the fucking major Colorado River. It might not happen, but there's absolutely nothing. There's no, it's Texas. So like, do whatever you want, boy. We don't have any regulations here coming in.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, and
come and take it.
Yeah, and other thing, it's just like he gets to do whatever he wants. He kind of, and if he doesn't get his way, he like kind of turns on those people. He goes, "Oh, I was very liberal in this, but now I'm not." Yeah. And it's like, and he just like, shut the fuck up, bro.
That's always
you're
kind
a
of
little baby, dude.
That annoys me a lot.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting to see when it happens when anybody changes teams, right?
Yeah.
So like it happens in sports all the time where there's a particular like athlete who's a superstar and he beats you all the time, and you claim you don't like him not because he kicks your butt, but you're like, he doesn't do it the right way, and he's ruining the sport and blah blah blah. And then he's like, I'm gonna go play for the Miami Heat, and you're like, love this guy. I was wrong about him. He's a good guy.
Bill Romanowski, the linebacker.
Yeah.
When he was playing he spit on a couple people.
Yeah,
When he was
you were like,
then he could join the
Broncos Raiders.
Yeah, Broncos. And I was like, competitor.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah, guy's just tough.
Yeah.
And then,
Anyways.
but Elon's done that. People didn't hear him talk as much. They were just like, oh, he's got a company that's into saving energy, so they just assumed he was liberal.
Yeah. But my main gripe with him is he's still trying to do jokes, and I'm like, bro, no. We're as comedian. I'm like, no. Now, the Twitter thing, I don't give a fuck about Twitter. I don't care about Twitter. Twitter is a fucking cesspool of fucking garbage. If I could just get the news off there, I'd be happy. But then I go on there and shit falls on my feed, and then I eventually look at it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would love to. That's why if I delete my account and I'm just like, it's because Elon Musk, I'll be like, yeah, that's what it was. But I don't really give a fuck that Elon Musk bought it. There's one account that I like on Twitter. It's called Quokka Every Hour. I promoted it on.
Wait, what is it?
I promoted it on I don't know about that podcast for. It's called a Quokka Every Hour. A quokka is a marsupial. It's the cutest little animal you've ever seen. Has no predators. It doesn't. It's so used to not being killed by anything. It'll hop right up to you. It's like a cross between like a little wombat and a rat kind of thing. It's about this big. It's about the size of a watermelon, maybe a little smaller. And it's a little pouched animal, marsupial. It's only on the west coast of Australia on these islands, Rottnest Island, these islands off the coast of Perth, and then a couple of them inland. It's adorable. And there's a Twitter account called a Quokka Every Hour. They just post a picture of a quokka.
Wow.
It's a very wholesome account.
Well, I'm going to tell my kids about that account because when you leave all your money to those cute little animals, I'm sure that
I'm not leaving it to the quokkas. They got
seeing
plenty
those
of money.
photos will make my kids feel better as they walk to class at the junior college down the street.
That's on you. It's on you. And if you wouldn't have bought so many fucking barbecue hats.
Uncle Fofo.
Conch shells. Anyways, what do you think? Is it bad if I delete my Twitter account?
It's not bad. It's unfortunately social media is is a necessary evil that we have to deal with.
Yeah, but look, nobody does Twitter. Nobody. Look, if I post something on Twitter, this is how many.
Nah, you can get by without a Twitter account as a comedian. I'm just saying social media in general, we kind of are tethered to it for our job and promoting.
Last thing 4 likes. I have 5,000 followers on there. 4 likes. Then I put something up here and it's like, hey, I will not be at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club. 4 likes, no retweets. This is
fucking Ventura Harbor.
Yeah, here I put something up about the podcast. 2 retweets. Look, 5 likes. One of them I liked. I just reliked it just to do it. Here's a picture of Steve Harvey, a cake that they made of his face. I didn't put that up. Steve Harvey only got 249 retweets. This motherfucker's got 5.8 million. But nobody's on Twitter.
Here's a problem with social media in general. The world has become.
What do you got? How many followers?
Me?
I beat you on here.
Not a lot on Twitter.
That's why you wanted to delete it, because you got more followers on Instagram.
Yeah, well, Instagram's been good to me.
Yeah.
Look.
Like even Bert Kreischer on there, right? He's got a lot less followers, but when he posts something, it doesn't even get traction. And he's like massive,
Twitter is a lot of bots. It's a lot of spam. And that's dangerous because the other downside of social media in general is it's given too many people a voice. Having a voice is great, and we can yell free speech, and we can yell, everyone should be heard, whatever. But you should have to earn that platform a little bit with some credibility on what you're speaking about instead of just.
I'm deleting it.
Yeah. Oh, my speech already worked? Not even done with it.
I'm deleting Twitter.
I really inspired you.
If you follow me on Twitter, I'm sorry, I'm deleting it. Go to my Instagram.
Wait, but let me keep going down this.
Go to my Snapchat.
All right,
I'm not even.
You can now follow Forrest on OnlyFans. So here's the problem.
OnlyFans. I should do
One, it gives everybody a voice that shouldn't have a voice. Which
What are you talking about right now?
Just social media in general. Right now, why
it's
it
like
sucks.
serious what you're doing.
Yeah, you got me riled up.
Ooh, what a look!
Dave's about to do it.
Yeah, Prop 45. Did you vote on that one?
I don't know which one that is.
It was about Snapchat.
I feel like you're just trying to make me feel dumb right now.
Yeah.
Was it about Snapchat for real?
No.
Oh. Never know out here. But here's the other thing.
You never know out here in the land of matcha.
Look, if I had my own show, Dave does it. The reason why I would be good at it is because I take the time to see both sides of stuff. I try to be empathetic to what both people are approaching, the angle they're approaching the conflict from.
Plus
and social media is the opposite of that.
By
People
the way,
see something.
Hold on. You know you're serious because look the way your hands are.
Yeah, I'm
gripping
braced.
the side.
Yeah. So people fly off the handle and they get too emotional and they go crazy. And then it just escalates. And that's not a healthy way for us to coexist in society.
I think we're going to change some minds today, this podcast.
Yeah. And so it needs to be more regulated. When we were younger, when we were young men, and the newspaper or journalism was the main source of getting information, it was a big deal. If somebody put something out and they got the fact wrong, they had to issue a correction in the next issue, and they probably lost their job because even if it was just a farce, journalistic integrity was something that was supposed to be important. Now,
plus nobody ever looked at those corrections. Like,
yeah.
Hey, last week when we said that,
hey, but still, man,
we said Barbara was a huge bitch. Sorry about that correction.
But now they do it on purpose. They just want to get it out first and get it out loudest so that it gets the most retweets because money runs everything, no matter what
money talks.
Elon Musk wants to say. And they just want to get the clicks, so the advertisers get the clicks and the metrics show up more. So it's very dangerous. It's
I'm deleting Twitter.
And if you want to get my vote and you're running on Super Tuesday for any one of the political
Super Tuesday is a primary election.
Election day. If you're running for something on election day,
this is midterm elections.
Yeah,
that passed. It's already over.
Then you know what you can do. You can quietly do your job so I don't have to think about it every single day and stop getting people who normally in history would not even give two shits about politics, get them all riled up with fear on certain things that they have no control over because you know what quality of life for me is? Not seeing two people fight in Target because one of them accidentally wore a barbecue hat that's red with white letters and someone else is jumping to conclusions.
You got to fight?
No, but it's just a possibility.
Okay.
People are at each other's throats because they're just fired up about dumb shit.
I mean, honestly, if you wore that in Target, people would just ask you where something was.
Maybe, yeah. It does look like the uniform.
Like, you know where
that's one of my
inflatable rafts are?
That's one of my favorite things, by the way, is to walk up to people, like, if they're at Best Buy wearing a blue shirt, and I just walk up and go, could you help me with these cell phones?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just wearing sorry.
T-Mobile plan?
Yeah.
Wow, you really got on your soapbox today.
Well, listen, politicians, they all want to say homelessness and blah, blah, blah. And yes, we need to talk about specifics and what are your ideas for specific things. But overall, their job should be to help the quality of life. And all they've done the past 10 years is hurt everybody's quality of life because instead of actually focusing on the problems that go into the quality of life, they're just getting everyone upset. They're just making everyone mad. And me and you being friends, or me and a relative who's watches too much news and gets riled up, and me and this guy who sees something different, my quality of life would be better if I got along with all these people and you fix these problems that you were elected to fix, or at least alleviate them.
You shouldn't do that. You got pit stains.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You shouldn't have lifted your arms like that.
Well, you know what? It just shows how riled up I am.
Jesus. Wow. Gonna wash.
Quality of life.
Fourth quarter.
Well, you know what we haven't done is our Merman fetish of the week. We were supposed to be doing that. Got anything?
Wait, so we're supposed to talk about a fetish that's out there? I forget.
We were supposed to be finding them and talking about it.
We haven't done a lot of the legwork for this.
I know. Well, what I'm saying is to our listeners out there, all 10,000 of you, I've looked at the numbers. At least 10 or 20,000 people are.
Why don't we, now we have that
30,000.
phone number, why don't we have people send us fetishes that we can talk about?
Yeah. Mermen related.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be Merman related? We're going to run out of stuff real fast, aren't we?
No, we're not. There's stuff out there, trust me. There's people jerking off to merman related stuff or mermaid related stuff. Doesn't have to be jerking off either. It could just be like, you know, you got a tail fetish. You know?
I thought it was
the scales.
I thought we were just going to do like
or you just like it. What did you think that was? Merman fetish of the week.
I thought it was just fetish of the week that we were going to talk about.
Oh, that we were into as mermen?
No. Just the Mermen podcast presents.
Let's start with mermen related
and then
fetishes.
see where it goes.
Let's start with mermen related fetishes.
Do you watch that show, The Boys?
No.
So it's pretty funny.
I know it's supposed to be good. I just haven't watched it.
So there's a character that's like basically a parody of Aquaman. Mm-hmm. And he has all these sexual relationships with, because he could talk to all the aquatic animals.
Yeah.
So he starts having an affair with an octopus.
That one, The Boy, it's like live action, though, right?
It's real. It's real people playing superheroes.
He's having an affair with an octopus?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know.
It's pretty funny. He's got all these like complicated relationships with marine animals.
Oh, wow. That sounds cool.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's like an octopus. I don't even know where you'd have sex with that.
Well, you would know.
The beak. Gotta watch out for that beak. The beak in there, sharp. You want to get your penis in there.
Forrest was a marine biologist.
Yeah.
How many times at your job did you say, you don't want to get your penis in there?
Not a lot, because I worked for the county.
Was that one of the?
We had a lot of training. You can't be just.
Was that one of the
courses out on the boat? You know.
That was one of the courses you had to take for marine biology school. You don't want to get your penis in there. Chapter 1, manatees. You don't want to get your penis in there.
There's
Chapter 2, starfish.
I'll tell you what, as far as manatees are concerned, there's not a lot of places you wouldn't worry about getting your penis in.
Oh yeah,
yeah, a lot of soft ones.
Manatees, surprisingly doable.
I wouldn't do it, but I'm saying your penis would be okay.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of flaps and holes.
What's your?
Luis isn't paying attention. He's looking at how to move to Mexico City.
He's
looking at flights from He's looking at flights from.
Are you looking at manatee porn?
From Tijuana to fucking Acapulco.
No, I found something it's like a book that came out in 2016 though, called "Sex in the Sea," and it dives into the wet world of ocean orgies and fish fetishes. So I was going to just read in.
Chafing.
Yeah, and the author is apparently someone that worked with the coral reef. So something. And
he worked with the coral reef,
or like with coral.
Worked with coral. What is that? What does that even mean?
Despite its name, the worst sea creature to penetrate, blowfish. See, Elon Musk, that's how you do a dad joke. Let that sink in, Forrest.
You know, there was a rumor that I heard that a nurse shark was the most closely related vagina, like the most similar vagina.
You heard this?
Well, there is a rumor that a captain was caught having sex with a nurse shark at some point.
Okay.
And that somebody walked upon him, and then because if you turn the shark upside down, and you know they'll go to sleep, you can like rub their bellies. And there was a guy that this is like I remember seeing an interview with somebody, and they found this captain who was having sex with him, and they said, "Oh, well, this is the nurse shark." I used to do a joke about this. You don't remember this joke?
Hey.
And the nurse shark has the vagina is the most similar to a human's vagina, and I was like, "Well, how did they even figure that out?" And then I had a joke about how they had to test all the different sharks, and there was like a 12-step program, and all the sharks were in, and it was like,
"Hey, real talk."
Yeah.
You know who looks like their mom could be a nurse shark?
What?
Trevor Lawrence.
No, he would look like a goblin shark. Do you know what a goblin shark is?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
They have the nose, like the.
He's kind of got those like nurse shark eyes, though. You know.
No, I don't.
Trevor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to see a picture of your mom.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence listens to this. That'd be cool if he did.
Yeah, what if we found out we were really big in Jacksonville?
I mean, not anymore. After this podcast, Trevor's like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
I fucking finally subscribed to one goddamn podcast because I'm in
Merman.
I'm in the Merman. We'll let Travis Etienne know. And I sound like I have a smoker's cough now. Do I have COVID?
I hope not.
Okay.
Getting close to the end. I can't plug my dates. I lost my calendar.
I know. You told me. It made me so happy. Why did you lose it?
What?
How did you lose it? You lost your phone?
It's the worst thing that could happen to me. Why does it make you happy?
You lost your phone? How did you lose your...
No, I lost my paper calendar.
Your paper calendar.
Yeah.
You know what a better way would have been is if you would have like scribed your dates on the inside of a cave or something, like with some chalk.
Yeah, I can't bring it with me.
What, you don't put them in your phone as well?
I mean, every now and then I take a picture of the calendar.
You don't put anything in your phone on the calendar. No dates.
No, I don't like doing that. I have to look at it. I have to look at my month and go.
You can do that on your phone. You pull back and you look at the whole month.
Yeah, but you can't like put 2 or 3 things in the square and see it. It just says you have a thing that day, and then you got to click on it, see what that thing is.
You can do all sorts of things. It's got dots in all the days.
I mean, I don't know what kind of futuristic phone you're dealing with, but
iPhone 14, baby. So you don't know any of your dates?
Just a paper calendar. I mean, I had to go through and recreate it because I don't have any hope that Delta's going to find it. I know exactly where it is. I mean, if someone would just pick up the phone, I can go, hey man, walk to this seat. Like, don't check the front compartment. I think there was like a little like back compartment. It's in that.
Okay. Well,
if you work for Delta and you happen to work the red eye from LAX to Minneapolis regularly, seat 18D, there might be still a paper calendar shoved in the back of the seat. Someone's going to find it 10 years from now, like national treasure. And then they're going to have all my passwords to stuff. And
well, sorry to tell anybody. So you don't know any of your dates coming up? By the way, Miami Heat.
I do. I know my dates off the top of my head.
Not doing well.
Miami Heat not doing well. They'll pick it up. They'll make a trade.
I just like watching the games because we have to hear Michael, like who does our podcast. You know?
Oh, yeah. Michael Biamonte, voice of the Mermen podcast.
And also Miami Heat. I got some dates. I got some dates in, I'm all over LA. I'm like going to be where I'm at. Next week, I'm doing the Laugh Factory tonight. Come out for the Laugh. Tomorrow night, I'm at the Laugh Factory. But you know what? If we have any listeners in Singapore, I just booked the date in Singapore.
Get out of here.
Yeah, well, I'm doing the Asia tour with Jim.
Oh.
So I'm going through South Korea and Taiwan and Japan and Thailand. And so I just booked a date. Comedy Masala. It's on Wednesday. I usually do the shows on Tuesday, but it's on Wednesday, December 20. I'm looking at my phone.
Well, there you go.
21st, Comedy Masala.
Luis, we should go.
It's a fun show. I did it a couple years back, and it was really fun. So I'll put that on my website, forrestshaw.net, and I'm trying to probably book some shows in Bangkok when I go back there. There's a comedy club there. I got to reach out to them, but check my website, forrestshaw.net.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
Why are you proud of me?
All right, you got dates and you're doing stuff in other countries. You're international.
Yeah.
You won the lottery, didn't you son of a bitch?
All right, your kids can go to community.
Yes. I'm gonna be in Florida. I'm gonna be with Bert a bunch between now and December, and then in December, I'm going to be at Side Splitters in Tampa.
Oh yeah,
that's the week leading up to Christmas. I think it's
go there
21, 22, 23rd.
Great comedy club.
Then I'm gonna headline the Orlando Improv on a Wednesday. The Wednesday in between Christmas and New Year's. I think it's the 28th. DaveWilliamsonComedy.com for tickets to
both
all
good
that
clubs
stuff.
in Florida.
I'm also popping into some shows around LA as well. 0 in Singapore at the moment, but I'll work on that. As soon as I get my paper calendar back up online.
Yeah, get that up online.
Yeah, I'll make sure to let you know about other stuff. Yeah, that was a dark day. It hit me a couple hours later. I got an email about
we got to go.
A booking.
It's the podcast.
Yeah, it was a booking, and I go, I gotta go check my calendar, and then I remembered I put it in the seat back, and I go, fuck!
And you called the airline
immediately.
They were like, yeah, we put that in a special.
Let me tell you, as long as I'm on soapboxes and making your life better,
we put that in a special place,
dude. I owe $15 to the IRS, and I cannot get a hold of anyone. The website is ineffective. The phone numbers are ineffective. So now I've spent weeks trying to get a hold of someone so I don't get fined a couple $100. I got a parking ticket in Hollywood recently for parking 2 inches outside the line, and it was the only place that I could park because the other cars were there, and I just had to squeeze in, and then they weren't there when the cop came and made it, so that's $50. Kind of system of health insurance. You can't get a PPO these days because they're super expensive. So you got to get an HMO. And then everywhere you go to get help for different medical issues, they're like, we don't take HMOs. And then I'm like, well, I don't have an option. Unless you're already rich and you get a PPO, you can't get help anything.
I'll pay for the PPO. I won the Powerball.
It's just... Life is just like quality of life, guys.
Nobody's listening anymore.
Greatest country on earth. Can we make all that other stuff streamlined so that we can spend more time creating great content like this and doing what we're actually talented in?
This is not great content.
It would be better if I didn't have to spend the past few days dealing with all these problems and then bring them to the mic.
All right, bye.
If you won the Powerball, help me out and I'll make better content.
Bye.
For they are the mermen.